We built a company together for 7 years. And she stole it on the very day I was burying my mother. Her name was Sophia, and mine is Ivy. We built something together for 7 years on bad coffee, sleepless nights, and the kind of stubborn hope that only the naive carry. From a shared desk to a full company, equal partners on paper, equal in heart, equal in sacrifice, or so I believed until that Thursday when I was lowering my mother into the ground, drowning in tears, holding flowers with trembling hands, while Sophia sat smiling in a boardroom across the city, selling 7 years of our work to our biggest client under a new name, her name, only her name, in that new company she had quietly been building for weeks, during the days my mother lay dying, waiting for my grief, hunting for my weakness, and when that moment finally came she did not hesitate. This was not coincidence. This was a carefully chosen moment, and when I returned to the office on Friday morning it felt like a crime scene without a body, empty desk, wiped laptop, her name already erased from the email system. The contract we had spent 4 months building was gone. And I sat in that hollow room for a long time, did not scream, did not cry, just sat with it, let the betrayal fully take its shape, and then in that silence, in that darkness of pain, I saw it. Sophia had made a serious mistake. She had run, and those who run always leave things behind. She left the original partnership agreement with the non-compete clause. She left the server backups whose timestamps screamed exactly when she had started transferring files during my mother's illness before the funeral. This was all planned, all deliberate. She left the email she had sent to the client while I stood at the graveside, lies, misdirections, crafted to accelerate their decision before I could return and stop it, and she left behind her reputation, which in this industry was the most valuable currency of all. I picked up every single piece, every last one, and 3 weeks later I filed the case, not in anger but with evidence. Methodically, completely, non-compete violation, intellectual property theft, fraudulent misrepresentation, 3 separate wounds that left her lawyer visibly struggling from the very first hearing. Sophia fought back, hired an aggressive attorney, filed counterclaims, kept calling it a mutual falling out, kept saying creative differences, but server logs do not lie, timestamps do not negotiate, and the emails she wrote during my tears do not soften regardless of how skillfully anyone tries to rearrange the words. 14 months later the case settled. The damages were enough to destroy the entire company she had built from everything she stole from me. When the client learned the truth, they terminated Sophia's contract and reached out to me directly. I did not take them back immediately. I made them wait, not out of pettiness, but because when I rebuilt, I would rebuild entirely on my own terms. And today the company I run is smaller, yes, but it is clean. Every client chose me, knowing exactly who I am. Everything inside it is mine. There is not a single thing I cannot look at directly. Sophia is no longer in this industry. I did not have to remove her. When the details of the case became known, the professional community made their judgment on their own, quietly, permanently, the way people do when the evidence is too clear to look away from. I think about my mother sometimes and remember what she always said, that a person's true face only appears when something real is at stake, that character is revealed under pressure. She was right. Sophia's face showed itself while I was at her funeral. Mine revealed itself in the weeks and months that followed, in the choice not to collapse, not to act recklessly, but to document, to file, to rebuild, to let the truth move at its own pace toward its own conclusion. I lost everything, my partner, my momentum, the version of the dream we had built together, but I kept the one thing Sophia never had and never understood, the knowledge that everything I built honestly, and honest things, as it turned out, no matter how deeply they are stolen, always find their way back.